All right, hello class. Today we are doing some addendums to our pre-calculus lessons. We have two for this section just to knock out. They kind of don't fit anywhere else, and so we have them as extra. So the first one that we're going to work on involves some awesome fractions. It's actually called partial fraction decomposition. Super exciting name. And I just need to make sure you can add some fractions. So I have 3 questions for warm-up. I want you to simplify them so that they are one numerator, one denominator, and you will have to do a common denominator to be able to process this. Pause the video and try these out. All right. Your final answer for these should be 31 over 50, 5x plus 6 over 2x squared, and 5x minus 4 over x plus 1 times x minus 2, or it multiplies out to x squared minus x minus 2. All right, so for today, we're doing a few different things. We're dividing polynomials using long division, which is something that we haven't done in a while. Actually, I don't think in this block we have done it at all, but we're going to work through that. We're going to express fractions as a sum of 2 fractions, and then we're going to use specific methods. Using roots, solving as systems, and then matrices, which we've already learned kind of for you guys. All right. Whoa. Okay. So this is a really cool 3rd grader doing some long division. I want you to pause the video and think through which one is the divisor, which one's the dividend, which one's the remainder, and which one is the quotient. Go ahead and figure that out on your own. All right, so as we think through what is the thing that divides, that's called the divisor. So the thing that divides, that is dividing, is this guy right here. Oops, that's not. That is known as our divisor. The dividend is what is being divided. So this guy is the dividend, okay? The remainder is what comes down here. And then sometimes we put R1 or whatever. And then our final answer, or the final up on the top, is called the quotient. So that's what happens when you finally get that. Now, when you write this, you can write it as a mixed number. So that would be 3 and 1/4. This is the quotient, this is the remainder, and this is the divisor. So no dividend is there. So it's the idea that like this is mixed number, this is the improper fraction of it. But it's important to know that it's 3 plus 1/4. That's the same as 3 and 1/4. That's what a mixed number is. I say and, but we're actually going to use a plus for the rest of this stuff. So what do I mean when I say long division? That's not how you spell long division. Okay, so you are basically going to take this really pretty polynomial and divide it by a binomial. And we're going to use long division to get our, we have a dividend and we have a divisor. We want to see what the quotient is and what the remainder is. Let's go ahead and try this out. So starting with the divisor, which actually goes under here. Excuse me, I just said divisor. That's the dividend. My bad. The divisor is out here. All right. And here's the process. I'm going to do it color-coded just so we can see how this all works. You really just focus in on this first term, the 3x, and you say, what can I multiply to 3x to get this term that's the first term inside? So 3x cubed. What can I multiply to 3x to get 3x cubed? I can multiply by x squared. All right, let's multiply through kind of like distributive property. So x squared times 3x. This should be 3x cubed. These should match. If you chose the right number on the top, then that should be correct. And then x squared times 2 gives us 2x squared. And this is where I put a parentheses around that, and you're supposed to subtract down like you saw in the example before. So when I subtract down, that first term should completely disappear. The second term, 5x squared minus 2x squared, is equal to 3x squared. Don't get that backwards or incorrect, please. Make sure that it's the way that if you use the subtraction, that you get the right answer. Okay, plus 8x. Now let's look at this. Let me use a different color. Use this times what gives me 3x squared. 3x times x gives me 3x squared. So x times 3x gives me 3x squared. X times 2 gives me 2x. And then we're going to subtract down again, and I better cancel out that first term or I chose the wrong value. And it does. 3x squared minus 3x squared cancels. 8x minus 2x gives me 6x. And you got to bring this guy down, plus 7. Another color, let's use orange. Now we're looking at this guy and this guy. So what multiplies to 3x to get 6x? And that is 2. So 2 times 3x gives us 6x. 2 times 2, it gives us 4. So again, I'm going to subtract all that down. The first term should cancel, and I got 7 minus 4, which is 3. And that's my remainder. Now remember from the previous slide, we had the remainder on the numerator and then the divisor on the bottom. And you need to make sure that the degree is bigger on the bottom for that. The degree should always be bigger on that last fraction on the bottom. All right, this guy is similar to the last part. I would like you to try this out, but watch out for holes. Like you see how it goes 4, 3. There should be a 0x squared here. And then there should be a 0x here. They're not there. I want you to set it up so that there are holes that actually are written out. So you're going to write it as x squared plus 0x plus 2. And then for the dividend, x to the 4th minus 3x cubed plus 0x squared plus 5x minus 6. Pause the video and try to multiply or figure out what divides. Try to do the division on your own. Get as far as you can. Pause the video. Okay, for us, we're going to look at this guy and this guy. We're going to see that x squared multiplies it. X squared times x squared gives us x to the 4th. Those should match. X squared times 0x gives me 0 x to the 3rd. X squared times 2 gives me 2x squared. When I subtract down, that goes away. That becomes negative 3x cubed. And this becomes negative 2x squared. And I do need 3 terms because I have 3 terms in my divisor. So I need to bring down one of these guys. Okay, I'm looking at negative 3x cubed. What do I multiply to negative 3x cubed to get x squared? And that is negative 3x, I think. Negative 3x times x squared is negative 3x cubed, and that works. Negative 3x times 0 gives us 0x squared. And then 2 times negative 3x gives us negative 6x. If I subtract down, the first term does cancel. The second term is negative 2x squared. The third term is plus 11x. And then I need to bring down this next one. Did I mess up? I think I'm good. Okay, so if I bring down that, I get minus 6. New color. Now we're looking at negative 2x squared. What can I multiply to x squared to get negative 2x squared? That's just a negative 2. Negative 2 times that is negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times 0 gives me 0x. And then negative 2 times positive 2 is negative 4. So when we add down, I can't see it. Gotcha. I'll stop it in just a second. Stop! I think I got to do this in my head. That would be 11x minus 2. So 11x minus 2 over x squared plus 2. Whew! Okay. Good work, guys. I will meet you on the next slide. In the next video, excuse me.